was doing some private readings and I decided to do one for my channel just because I can. And so I'm going to make it a quick one. Hopefully it's going to be a quick one. And I'm just going to pick from the list of things that I have. And I am going to pick P. Diddy. Yeah, it's going to be P. Diddy. Yes, it is P. Diddy. Because I have got a long list of people here. But I am going to do P. Diddy. So this is a reading. And nothing reading on P. Diddy. And I am going to put Kim Porter in this place as well. P. Diddy and Kim Porter, what happened to him? Because, you know, we noticed that he is having so many flashbacks about Kim. He's putting pictures of Kim. And he is now all over J-Lo. Even though J-Lo is engaged to another man, he is singing the Come Back to Me song to J-Lo. And he is like, I regret what I did with Kim. And he wants to go fix things. He wants to fix things from the past. Okay? Because Kim died. So I'm going to put Kim Porter in, like I say, I will not, well, I'm going to shake her. Because I'm feeling like that today. So I'm going to shake P. Diddy. I'm going to take him out of the plate because Kim Porter is gone. And then I'm going to shake Kim Porter. Then I'm going to put the bitch right there. And we're going to see. Okay, because I'm feeling very reckless today. Okay. Recklessiosity is in me right now. Okay. I just did a soul that was very fascinating. Okay, so P. Diddy, Puffy. What is it? Oh, he likes to be called Puffy. He just said that. So, okay, so I'm going to use Puffy. Alrighty. Let me breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. Puffy! Puffy! Bring your middle-aged, almost old, chubby ass into this place. Great skin complexion because you're my type, but you know, everything else ain't. Alrighty, come on, Puffy. Puffy! This man does not like being called or being told what to do by anyone on the face of this earth. Okay. This man is very arrogant. This man is very cold. This man observes from the center of a room and you're all like puppets to him and nothing else. This man has a great hatred for humanity. And that shit ain't never gonna change. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Puffy. As I'm gonna call. Because that's what he said of all his names. That's what he said. Okay. Now, and can you see this? Oh my God. Let me just get into him first. Let me pull these forward, but I'm gonna put them back afterwards because I'm gonna throw Kim's shells too. Do you see this? I think you see this. Yeah, you see this. Thank God. Okay, guys, like I said, this is a cold motherfucker. This is Puffy right here. And his shell is completely closed. He is unloving, unfeeling, uncaring. Okay? And these are children that love him very much. They are looking to him for guidance, but he doesn't love them the same way. He doesn't love them. He has no love. This is another child who is not fooled, who knows that daddy doesn't love her and doesn't love daddy, and they don't love daddy. Actually, I can tell you who these kids are. These are Kim Porter's twins, and this is their son together. Because he is now the only parent left to them, and they are lining up. They are behind daddy. They require daddy. They need daddy. Except the older son, he is like saying, I don't know about that. I don't think I need your ass. But these girls really love their father. And he is keeping them at a distance because he never had feelings for these girls ever. He never I am so shocked. He like really had no intentions of ever being in their lives in that way. He had no intentions of being daddy and driving them to school and actually knowing what was up. He didn't care. He's such an uncaring motherfucker. Okay. He has other kids too, I see. Because these are all his kids. This is him to this kid and little girl. This right here is a little girl. Okay? And he feels exactly the same way about her as he does the kids whom he's now responsible for. And remember, when I threw them, they were not here. They were far away. They were out of my horrible camera shot, right? I had to move them. And when I move them, because I've moved the twins and I've moved the son, there is this whole space, right? Let's look at this space. This is him. And I had to drag him a little bit from here to here. This is the motherfucker. And the motherfucker has nothing in front of him. And that's how he likes to live his life, right? And so this is one child. The child's mother does not love him. She does not love him at all. She doesn't care for him at all. But for him to spend time with this kid, the child's mother has to be all up in his face. She has to be up in his face, reminding him that he's a dad. You're a dad. You're a dad. You're a dad. This is your child. This is your child. This is your child. Oh, fuck that. Puffy is very hateable. Sure he is. Okay, so then he has other kids here. 2 kids with the same woman. So I don't know about Puffy's life for real. I just, but there is a woman whom he has 2 children with. Okay, whether we know her or not, I have no idea. Whether we know both the children or not, I have no idea. But there is a woman he has 2 children with. She doesn't love him either. That's a dead relationship, being dead forever. But the 2 kids, once again, really love their daddy. Really, really love their daddy. Like, all these other kids. They really love their daddy. Then there is this one. That's like a pregnancy. Like, there's a pregnancy in Puffy's life. Like, somebody's about to have his baby. Whether he's acknowledging it or not is whatever, but there is a baby coming. So that, I made a mistake. Whatever, who gives a fuck about Puffy? Because I wanted to throw Kim Porter shells after I shook them, but I will shake Puffy again, and I will put him on this again. Puffy! Yeah, his soul is pissed with Kim. Let me just say it while he's in the pot, because he's screaming. He says, bitch killed herself so that I could raise those kids. That's what he is saying. Okay, this very unlikable person. That's what he is saying. He's saying she killed herself. So he says she killed herself. And he says so that I could raise these kids. He is saying she didn't think I was spending time with them and I was being supportive and she didn't think I wasn't there. So this was her way of making sure that I am there. So I don't know what Kim Porter's autopsy says, but right here in this pot, the soul that is Puffy claims that she took her own life. Okay? These are things we shall hear about 20 years from now when the kids are talking, when the kids can't talk. That's when Puffy is probably dead because he's very controlling. So Puffy, I'm now taking you. And like his soul in this plate is screaming and fighting about Kim. Let's all go to Instagram and look at all those pictures where he's talking about how much he misses her. Let's all see the hypocrisy of humanity in action. Because he's hating on this bitch. She's dead, but it's as if she isn't dead. Right? Like, you won, huh? You won. That's basically what he's saying. So this is Puffy, the unlikable. Oh my God, look again, guys. It's like almost the same, like the same lines, only there are 3 new things here, but almost the same lines. What are those 3 new things now that I've thrown you? Yes, Puffy has a child coming because he's very excited about the birth of this pregnancy. And it's so interesting. There's no mother to this one. Maybe it's via surrogate. Yeah. Maybe it's via surrogate. Or maybe it's via a jump off or someone he had sex with for 2 seconds or something. But here's a child coming and he's really excited about this child. And his other children know there's a baby coming. They are all looking. See, all the shells are in the same direction. I don't know how many kids. The twins are right here. Then the other little girl, she's right here. Then these are 2 males. Then there's this one child who has nothing to do with him and looks the other way. I believe she is the sister of this one. Yes, she's his sister. So he has one daughter we don't know about. Remember when I said there's a woman who has 2 kids with him? He has one daughter we don't know about. One daughter we've never seen, don't know about, and one daughter who doesn't acknowledge him as her father. Then there is this other son over here. Let me pull these in so that you guys can take a look. Okay. Then there's another. These are all his kids. These are all Puffy's children. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there is an 8th one coming. Fascinating. He has a child coming soon. Maybe 4 or 5 months, but he has a kid coming. And the little girls are terribly excited. So I'm going to assume it's a girl, because girls are usually excited when they are having a sister. The girls are very excited. The boys can't be bothered. This one girl, she really can't be bothered at all. It's like she cut her ties with Puffy completely. But not really, because he's watching her. He's watching her the same way he watches all his children. Right? But this one here, I don't think we know her. Maybe you guys do. Let me know. Because I don't think we know her. I don't think whatever scene is. But the twins are the ones who love their daddy the most. This other one, she's very shy. She's very background. She stays in the background. She's very clingy. But the twins, of all his children on this board, the twins are really into their daddy. They really love their daddy. It was from the day they were born. This one really loves her daddy, but she's very shy. And this is really odd. I will tell you this. He is actually very good to this one. Yeah, I just got the answer, because her mother screams at him so much. Her mother is on top of him all the time. Thank you. Thanks to my ancestors. Yes. He is more gentle with this one. He is more, he lowers his voice. He gentles his voice when he talks to her. He is very aware of her shyness and her inability to push herself to the front, and he protects her more. She, on this board, has her father's protection more than all the others. He really acts like a father to this one. But the distance between father and daughter is great. The daughter, her shell is actually looking at her twin sisters. It's not looking at her father. The girl's shells are looking at, the twins are looking at Puffy, but this little girl is looking at her twin sisters. She's very close to her twin sisters, and she loves them, and that's where her heart is. These girls, they are very close. Puffy managed to have daughters that really love each other. Even though this daughter seems not to be in the circle, she's there on the edge watching. The boys, on the other hand, really have nothing to do with each other, and there's a baby coming. The whole family is preparing for the birth of a baby. Okay, I'm going to leave Puffy and his family, because this is really his family. He's at the top here, head of house. Of course, it's his family. They're his kids. He's at the top here, head of household, and he is watching over everybody and everything from a distance. Literally. Basically, the brother of these girls is taking care of his sisters. And there's another brother who's also taking care of the sister. So it seems like the Puffy sons have taken over the role of mothering these little girls rather than their own father, because he says he's too busy. Okay. So now let me shake him. Gotta clear him first. Kim Porter. Kim. Okay, I'm pretty pleased with Kim Porter because she I shouldn't say that, but she didn't go she is refusing to step into my plate, but she's just a shadow anyway, and we are just taking a few percentages of her. But she is such a lady. She has said she doesn't really have nice things to say, and she hopes that I will be able to edit what she say. She won't get into the plate, and she's still not really strong enough to have been shaken like this. Okay, I should do this because, yeah, I'll do it again and see if she'll get in. Kim, and she gets in. Kim. And she gets in, people. I figured she was unwell. I figured she had a mental health issue when she passed. I decided to trust Puffy's soul and what it said about her. And usually when we try to end ourselves, I actually have a clip I'm going to put, because I was going to do a thing about suicide. When we try to end ourselves, it's because we're really not in our right frame of mind at the time. Life has just become too hard, too unbearable. The same thing keeps happening over and over and over again. And this motherfucker right here is very, very stubborn. He doesn't listen to anyone. He doesn't give a fuck. He will keep doing the same thing to you until he breaks you. And he broke this woman. And she agrees. Anyway, usually when we take our own lives, it is because we are feeling some sort of way. And no, she doesn't want to be touched. So because it's too soon, I accept and I understand that. And my apologies. She is right. It's too soon to be touched. So she wants to be thrown over her kids. And at once, Kim Porter goes to the very top of the household. So when she was alive, and you can see her shell is downturned because she passed. All her shells are downturned except the one to express love to her kids. Okay. She passed. Okay. So she used to run Puffy's children. All of them. And I'm astonished because she used to run all of Puffy's children. She was Big Mama. She organized a hell of a lot. She didn't get along with the girl's mother. This particular female. I guess you guys know the story better than I do. She really hates this bitch. So she hates this child. She hates this child because she hates the mother who gave birth. She blames the mother for ruining her. She said she and Puffy were supposed to get married. Oh my goodness. She said she and Puffy were supposed to get married after the twins were born. I think you guys will probably know more about this than I do. She said she and Puffy were supposed to get married after the twins were born, but it didn't happen because this bitch right here with this child made him change his mind. She said Puffy doesn't love anyone, but he had decided that at least I was the one that he loved the most, right? Like, I like you more than I like all the others. But then when he got her, it was a case of, well, I like you both equally, so why should I marry either one of you? So Puffy used this little girl's mother as an excuse not to marry Kim. What does Puffy say? Puffy agrees. He agrees. He says, marriage is not for me, but I'm going to marry soon. Bam! Yes, he is going to get married. Yeah. Because he says, because he's realized that life is so fickle, so quick to go, so stupid. If I had married Kim, I would have had a better handle on her estate, and I would have had a better handle on everything. And she wasn't a bad woman. She allowed me to do what the fuck I wanted, and I just didn't want to marry her because she was cold. She was really cold. She was organizational, methodical, cold, and domineering. And I didn't like the domineering, and I didn't like the coldness. I just need a little more heat from my women. And she really wouldn't do the things I wanted to do. She wouldn't. And she looked down on me because she came from a better family than I did. But hey, bitch, I made more money than you, and you ended up laying with me and having my babies because of my money. You never loved me. It was my money. What do you have to say, Miss Kimberly? I'm going to say what she just said, okay? Because I don't think it's too bad. She said, fuck you and all y'all. Okay, so to what his soul said, she said that. Okay, I don't think it's bad at all. Do you? I don't. I would have said the same damn shit. Okay, so he regrets it, and Puffy's going to get married. Puffy would never have got married if Kim had not gone. But now that she's gone, he regrets it. So I'm asking Kim if she killed herself. And this is what she's saying. She said it wasn't intentional. I was in pain. I took medication that I knew could kill me, but I really didn't think it would because I've done it before. And Puffy replies, because he controls everything. This is getting very exciting. It's a pity I'm going to cut it. I'm enjoying this. Puffy replies, bitch, please. You did it before. You tried to commit suicide 4 times before, and you threatened me that you would. And you did exactly what you did. Only this time you were too sick to do it. So what do you call that? We had your stomach pumped 3 times before. So what do you call this? What do you call that? Only this time you succeeded. You're blackmailing. You're guilting me. I hate it. I hated it then. I hate it now. I'll always hate it. Now you've left me with these 3 kids. What the frick am I supposed... I'm being nice. What the fuck am I supposed to do with these kids? I don't even know them. I don't want them. You were supposed to be there to raise them. Now what the fuck am I going to do? And she says, again, fuck you. You get what you deserve. I didn't know Kim Porter because I just kept women are not my thing. She doesn't like that I'm laughing at her. She says, you laugh at me. Yes, I'm laughing at you, ho. Because kept women are not my thing. Okay? Kept women make me sick. But after having said that, as a Bantu priestess, I say we all, as long as we're not killing anyone, and as long as we are hustling and grinding the way we know how, it's all good. Okay, having said that. Okay. Let me take my feelings of contempt from Kim away from this situation. Okay. Taken. My apologies. Okay. So she says he doesn't miss her. He is agreeing. She says what he misses are the things I used to do, how I used to organize his family, how I used to keep in touch with all the kids, and how I used to, except this one, I didn't keep in touch with this kid and the mother. She says, you don't understand. Puffy loved her. She turned him down. Ooh. True. It says true. She didn't want to live in my chaotic lifestyle. So she chose to just, I was gonna marry her when she told me we were having her. And I said I would not marry Kim and I would marry you. And she said no. People, we live and learn, man. We are living and we are learning on the daily. We are living and learning. What we think we know is not what we know. It's not what is. What we think we know is not what is. It's very fascinating to me. I'm very shocked. So, Kim's death is no mystery. She did exactly what she just said she did, and I think the coroner said something. I think they've just like argued and shouted at each other. So he's not missing her. So that's what she says. So he's missing what she did, and he agrees. So why, Puffy, are you all over Instagram? Why are you? Everybody has regrets. I have regrets, man. I should have paid more attention to her. She wouldn't have done this to herself. I should have married J-Lo. Oh my, see? I should have married J-Lo. That was a good woman. And I just found her boring. And I walked away. But I could have married her and not had all these kids. Man, let me tell you. Oh my gosh. He really talks. Man, let me tell you. And he's like literally talking to men. Men. Let me tell you. Do not have a lot of baby mamas. Do not think you are smart and have lots of kids with lots of different women. Okay? You will never create a wholesome family. You will never create a unit. You will never create anything that lasts forever. I know my children are going to just... This little girl here, she's going to be on her own when she grows up. Right now, the twins are good to her and kind to her and loving to her, but she is an only child. Okay? And then I know my boys are already stepping out and doing their own thing. And I know that this child I'm going to have will do the same thing, but do not do it. Do not do that. Better go the white man's way, because I've learned my lesson. My fortune is going to be split and divided among all these children, and my empire is going to crumble and die because they don't really like each other. My daughter here, she loves everybody. But that's because she likes being in the background. She loves everybody, but that's because she loves, being in the background. But my daughter here, she loves everybody. And because of that, I'm making special adjustments for her so that she doesn't have to go to war with all the others, because she'll be the first one to lose. I made a mistake. And when you reach a certain age, you understand that. I should have just married Kim. I should have just married J-Lo. I should have just tried to convince my daughter's mother to marry me. But now, I've lived this lifestyle for so long, I can't turn back. But I'm fucking trying. I am fucking trying. At least if I leave an official wife behind and I actually have a child with her, they might gravitate towards that. I'm trying. Hey, I'm trying. And what does Miss Kim say? Bullshit! She says he's full of words and no action. He'll convince you to do anything and everything and no action. Okay. So what else can I ask Puffy? So I'm going to let Kim Porter go, because I'm never going to do Puffy again. So I'm going to let Kim Porter go. So please give me 3 seconds to do that. Please give me 3 seconds to let her sister go. And then I will ask Puff Daddy about his connection to R. Kelly, because I need to know. I don't know about you. Because I was going to do him for his connection with R. Kelly. But then I didn't. So now I'm just going to try to kill two birds with one stone. I'm going to try to kill two birds with one stone. Okay. Please give me time. I'm getting there. So I'm going to ask him if he is... I'm going to do an R. Kelly Puff Daddy's quick spread just to see. Thank you so much, Kim. I actually did something for suicide, which I will play at the end because I want to do suicide and our culture for my initiation girls, but I'll play it at the end of this video because of what Puffy said Kim did. Okay, so I'm gonna call Puffy. Puffy. Oh, he's more comfortable with me now, guys. He sits down. And I'm gonna call Robert. Robert is hating a bitch right now. Oh my goodness. I don't think he ever wants to see my face in real life or in the metaphysical ever again. This soul is like, bitch. What? Okay, I'm taking them both out. This is just going to be really quick, really short, because I'm never going to do Puffy again, I don't think. Okay. So I was really suspicious that they might have a connection with this, that Puffy might have a connection to this sex trafficking ring thing. And I was really, really suspicious, right? And I was wrong. R. Kelly really likes Puffy, and over the years, he's been like courting him to try to bring him into his social circle. Puffy has ignored him. No matter how many times the door has been knocked, there is no relationship here. Now, having said that, one of my viewers said when I said because I read all your comments, one of my viewers said when I said there was no relationship between Wendy's husband and that Avion guy, and she said, well, because there's no relationship doesn't mean there's no sex. That's some bullshit. Okay, you African American women have drunk the juice. Okay, you have drunk the juice. Okay, there is always a relationship where there is sex. Sex is a fucking relationship. How much more can it get? You are both taking your freaking clothes off and you are joining your bodies together. That's the ultimate in a relationship. Just because you skipped the dinners and you skipped the dinners and the movies and you went straight to that doesn't make it what it isn't. Or what, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm even speaking broken English right now because that's some crap. And this is why we rot from the inside. When you have sex with someone, right there you're having relations. They even say that in the English dictionary. Sex is relations, people. And sex is the ultimate. And in the metaphysical world, when we don't see sex at all, there's no relationship. When we see sex, there is a relationship because sex is what makes a relationship. Oh, Lord have mercy. Don't fool yourself with this social mumbo jumbo that has made you accept less from your men. Okay? You can accept less. That's all right. You do that. But I know that every African girl born to the continent of Africa knows that once you have sex with a guy, whether you met him, like my aunt, she met her husband. She had sex with the guy she married an hour after they met, and they got married, and they're still together 53 years, okay? They had sex the first time they met in the first hour. Did they then say, we didn't have a... Because they got married 2 weeks later, by the way, out of choice. Like my uncle, he did the same thing, out of choice. He married a girl he met in 2 weeks, right? So did they stand aside and say, that we were not even in a relationship, we just had sex that once? Don't fall for this. It belittles you as women. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for garbage that men have fed you over the centuries into you believing that if you haven't given your pussy, hey, what happens to them bitches who get pregnant? What happens to when you meet a guy and you get pregnant? So you're telling me making a baby is less than him taking you to a movie? You are saying, because lots of human beings were born out of those one-night stands. So you are saying making a baby is less than going to a movie, telling each other your names, smiling fakely at each other and being so fucking fake until you become real to each other. Okay? Or are you real to each other when you fuck at first meeting? You are more real to each other when you fuck at first meeting. And guess what? That's a fucking relationship. Every sexual act is a relationship. Those are relations right there. Ask the British. They call those relations, okay? So fool yourselves into being used by men, fool yourselves into accepting less by men, and keep believing that just because we are having sex or we had sex only once, we are not in a relationship and we don't have a relationship. Yes, you do. You have the ultimate relationship because every date, every sex, every kissing, every phone call is about the sex. It's all leading to sex. And lucky you didn't have to suffer that bullshit. You just had sex at once. So you just killed the rest of that bullshit. But you are still in a relationship with that dude. And in the metaphysical world, it will still show. And having said that, in my broken English or whatever, I will say it again. Wendy's husband and that Avion guy never fucked. He's making it up. Because he wants money. And he ain't gonna get it. And what a twisted world we now live in, that a man can listen to his girlfriend's details of having sex with another man and go on to use them for himself. Because that's what he did. He took those details from his girlfriend about how this man has sex. OMG. These are the dark times. Let's cleanse ourselves. Now I can get back. Okay. Really, I'm gonna do a video on that for my initiation girls and for those who like to watch. I'm gonna do a video on what the fuck a relationship is, because clearly you're all twisted now. You don't realize that fucking a guy can get you pregnant, and that's the ultimate relationship thing going on there. Everything else is make believe. It is let's pretend. Let's go to a movie and smile at each other. That doesn't really show in the metaphysical world. What shows is the sex, because sex is what is a relationship. Relations, as the British say. Did you have relations? They're not going to ask you, did you have relations after you went to a movie or whatever. They're just going to ask you, did it go down? If it went down, it's a fucking relationship. Because it's true. They're right. Okay. Back to Puffy and R. Kelly. No, Puffy is not a member of those 6 black men who are very wealthy, whom we saw in R. Kelly's reading and whom I'm still searching for. I don't think I'll ever find them because they're so deeply hidden. Because Puffy has absolutely nothing to do with this guy. And this guy really wanted to have something to do with Puffy. But R. Kelly was not Puffy's cup of tea. Puffy doesn't swing that way. Puffy swings in another way altogether. Puffy wasn't feeling it. Puffy isn't into sex slaves, and he wasn't into sex with little girls. And he's actually even saying, I still ain't into it. Yeah, Puffy is just, he ain't that guy. He just likes something different. So they never really managed to make a connection of any kind. There is no connection here. And I'm kind of relieved, as bitchy as Puffy is. I'm kind of relieved. So I don't have to do him because I'm looking for those guys. So those who know that I'm doing the R. Kelly marathon, please don't think I'm not. I'm just tired of doing the damn same bitches who are telling lies all the time. And it always comes up, she's a liar, she's a liar, she's a liar. I'm tired of it. So I'm now looking for the guys that he came out, whom he is partners, who are also, he's not partners with them, who are also in this sex slavery. scary thing, right? I'm looking for those black males. I don't know if I'll ever get them, but at least Puffy ain't one of them. Puffy is actually not going to be caught in this Me Too movement because he never did that. He wines and dates his women. He really wines and dates his women. It comes from his father. His father was a very principled man about that sort of thing. His father was also married to his mother. And had he lived, Puffy would have married too, the way the father did. So it's in his DNA. So Puffy will date you. I mean, he will rubbish you afterwards, and he will do unto you what he did unto J-Lo, right? But he has a sense of honor when women are concerned. And it's a very strong sense of honor. So no, these two are not connected at all. And on that note, I am going to be doing a reading on what is her name? What's her name? Billie Eilish, because my readings are sort of like one long story. My R. Kelly readings, I'm looking for his fellow perpetrators. So now I'm going in the direction of his fellow perpetrators, not the bitches who live off men who tell lies. Okay. And in one of the readings that I did, I think it was on Cardi B and Tasha K's lawsuit, on my ancestors showed me on the board that the times are changing, that talent is now going to be tops, and that social media stars are going to fade out, most of them. Not Cardi. Cardi is going to go into the movies, and Cardi is extremely talented as an actress. That I saw a couple of years ago, and I see now, and I'm glad she's going into the movies. Cardi is extremely talented as an actress, and I hope Hollywood gives her the chance, because she is the bomb. Bomb diggity bomb. She will get an Oscar. And if Cardi's fans are watching, they can write in and tell her that she is gifted as an actress. Anyway, so but those others are gonna like fade out, right? Those others that you like so much, they're gonna like fade out because they're not making money, and new talent is going to rise. And my ancestors identified one new talent, and it's Billie Eilish, and they identified her as one of the new talents that are coming in. And she's really gifted and she's really talented. So I'm going to do a reading on her, because she's like bringing the wave into existence, the wave of the talented taking over once again from the non-talented. She is at the front. She has the banner. She's holding the banner. Right? So I will do a reading on her, hopefully sometime this week or next week, because I like to do a long story, so that when I'm long gone, when I'm long dead, you guys are more in the know than everybody else. I want you guys to be in the know more than anybody else. And I want you guys to say, 50 years after I'm gone, that bitch, she was right. That bitch saw it. Yes, that bitch told it. So I like to do readings on situations that are going to take us into the future. I am also going to do a seance, an actual seance like I did for Aliyah on the Apple guy. Now, I actually have it on my notes. The Apple guy. What's his name? Oh, where do I have my seances? Seances. Oh, okay. Who is the Apple guy who died in let me... Oh, Lord. Apple founder. Okay. Apple founder. Steve Jobs. Yes, I am also going to do a seance on Steve Jobs in the coming 2 weeks or so, because I once pulled him into a reading and he kind of like describes the future of the world to me, and I want him to do it by himself. So I will do a seance as soon as I can. I will do a seance on Steve Jobs so that he can give us a view of the future world. Because I don't want us to be... I'm a scientist and I actually write sci-fi. And I don't want us to be stuck in the ordinary of what all psychics do on this page. I want us to see more so that Like I said, African witch doctors make it into our history books. So yeah, bitches. Yeah. I want to make it into the history books. Yeah, because we have our witch. Yes, in my country, Mbuyane Handa, you can look her up, and Kaguvi and Sekuru Kaguvi, you can look him up. We are greatest witch doctors ever, and they led the rebellion against colonization the first time. And Kaguvi told us about these people who were going to come and do what they did to us, and Nehanda predicted that we were going to have to fight again, and we did. And we have a hospital named after her, and we have streets named after him, because we are your people who understand the power of our witch doctors, the power of those of us who can go into the metaphysical. Okay, we understand it. Therefore, I want to make history, right? And unfortunately, my history can only be like after I'm gone. But as a witch doctor, I want to make history, and I want to predict what's going to happen in the future. And I'm going to use the souls, because I have that gift to tell us. So I'm going to bring Steve Jobs to tell us all about future technology, what the future is going to look like, and the role of black people in the future. Because Steve Jobs is perfect, because he was a racist. When I brought him the first time, he was such a racist. He said he had no use for black people when he was alive. And he had no use for us, and he had no time for us. But I kind of made him like me. So I'm going to pull him again and just disregard any of the racist garbage that comes out of his mouth. Alrighty, people. Alrighty. Thank you. Love you lots. And from this bond to you, have a great week. Have a great week, people. And enjoy yourselves. And to the subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. I am so pleased. To the tourists, you are really trying not to burn the Notre Dame. I almost had a burner today. And once again, I've done a video on demons and how my culture doesn't believe in demons. So I really wish you Bible thumpers wouldn't bring demons into my house. Okay? You are the demons. You're the freaking demons who are trying to be demonic in my house. Okay? My culture doesn't believe in it, but it does believe in blocking the demons. Okay? So, besides that though, I thank you all for trying so hard not to burn the Notre Dame. Okay? Thank you for not trying to burn the Notre Dame. And let's stay in light, and let's stay in love for each other. Until next time, this Bantu is out. Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage against the dying of the light. Dylan Thomas.